This is Tales of Swordfall.
Episode 19, Aftermath and Departure.
Yep. So yeah, I'm running downstairs, tracking some blood and ash and fumbling marks and sweat and whatever else.
Yep.
And Khalees is pretending to track too, like, yeah, I'm doing this. This is great. I'm a tracking owlbear. I'm smart.
Yeah, she's like licking the blood and looking every which way, but like her head is pointing one way, but her eyes are like either way. So
it's like
she's not clearly looking.
It's like an English dog mixed with a pug that thinks it's a hound.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Got it.
And it takes another 2 flights of stairs, but you actually find Rianne standing there by the body.
Is the body like slumped in a like sideways dead position, or is she holding it
up?
Or
on the floor, dead, with the elder focus glowing and pulsating in his chest.
So he's in the Yamcha curled up position with something in his chest. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I just left it there?
Well, did you pull it? I mean, so this is supposed to be right when you stabbed him.
Yep.
Did you ever? I don't know if Rianne would ever let go of it, though. I think that's what you're getting at, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think you'd hold on to it. Like, even if he slumped down, you'd try and pull it out, probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's not gonna let go of that thing.
Okay. Yeah, I was going for dramatic effect, but
if let's
stripping off the elder focus.
Is it a? I don't know your mechanism behind it, but is it the kind of thing where like she could pull it out and it'd be fine, or is it like really in there sucking his soul out or something crazy?
Oh, she could pull it out, actually. Okay. Yeah.
So he's just Yamsha'd on the ground, and she's holding a dripping elder focus. That's perfect. No worries. Well, let me roll something.
Probably.
No, let me roll something. Okay, I don't laugh. But I do have a wicked grin.
Nice. Yep. And talking about wicked grins and laughing and having life still within them, well, I guess it's totally opposite, because Nork's down there being a little... Like, since the last time we saw Nork, like, how is Nork doing right now? In like, this dim light of this giant library, and he was just left by the only friendly person that he's met within like the last day.
He just got blue balls so hard from that wizard head.
Oh, no kidding. Wow. Yeah, Nork. Well, Filmer, Skippy, whatever. Just did his disappear thing all of a sudden. Nork sat there, calling to him. Filmer? Hello? Hello? And after a minute of that and waiting, he just kind of plopped down on the floor and sat down and stared in the direction that Filmer had disappeared into that portal. And just began to twiddle his thumbs as just thoughts raced through his mind of, where'd he go? What happened? Did something go wrong? Did he abandon me? Am I here alone? Where even am I? And will I ever get out? What happened to the others? Just thoughts just careening through his mind about just everything that's going on. with the images of Rayanne's head flying off still going through his mind, and he just kind of he sits there for a few minutes, just kind of driving himself more and more crazy. He gets up and starts wandering, attempting to meander back in the direction that he thought he came from.
Okay, give me a survival check.
All right. Oh, hold on a second. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Here we go.
That's not too bad. So,
Okay.
you swore there was a bookcase somewhere. You can't quite remember, especially in this like dim light, and each time you like pass by a bookcase, it actually has torches on it, but they keep going out each time you get like, 10 feet away.
Yeah.
So it's not like very useful. You're always in a little pool of light by a bookcase. So it's a little distracting. And then you hear something. Can you help me find my book?
Velmer? Is that you?
No.
What?
Can you help me find my book?
Nork's gonna spin around and look and shoot his head in all directions, trying to find out where this voice is coming from.
You see a faint human outline in the darkness. It seems to glow like one of the lanterns.
Nork's gonna take a step back and then another slow step back and staring at this figure. Who are you?
Help me. And you notice that to your right, there's another one that's a little bit closer, but it's staying out of the light.
Nork's gonna have a flashback to Love Oak with the voice screaming, "Help me!"
This looks different.
And it's just the words just rung in his mind, and he knows that there's something horribly wrong going on.
And so the figure that looks like you can tell with the humanoid shape, it's actually floating now. And you can tell an arm is getting extended toward you. But suddenly, as the hand goes into the light, it disappears in a wispy smoke.
Nork's gonna keep taking steps back and just kind of shudder when he sees the hand disappearing in the light.
And you notice that there's about 3 or 4 figures now surrounding you who are trying to extend their hands toward the light, but each time they do it, it seems like their hands just disappear in a puff of smoke. But come back once they're back in the darkness.
Is there one of these? Are these creatures kind of all around?
Yeah, there's about 4 of them around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nork's gonna attempt to get a little bit more light by lighting up a torch.
You light up a torch, and in the dim light that it creates further, you see that they're not just humanoid figures, but they are essentially elves and humans and a few other races that would be considered humanoid. They're all wearing tattered robes. Their faces look sunken and dead.
Nork's gonna extend the torch out towards some of them and sort of jab in their general direction. Say, "Stay back! Get away!"
As you stab the torch into a torso of one of these, it feels like you're just poking at fog.
And Nork's gonna just take off down the hallway, just full sprint.
Are you avoiding any of these, or are you?
If there's any in his way, he's like trying to whack them with the torch.
Okay. First, give me a dexterity saving throw, and then, well, depending on how much you do, will. Oh yeah, you dodge them.
Wow.
Like how
nice.
Yeah, you roll a 25. How are you dodging these guys? Like,
Parkour.
Kung
what
Fu
kind of
master.
what kind of parkour are you doing?
He runs forward, and there's one in front of him, and he sidesteps, but then there's another one right there, and he just jumps and does like a flip over it.
So you're Jackie
Landing on
Channing
the other
around these
side.
guys. Got it.
A
Best way
little bit of a wall run to get around one across the side of a bookcase, and he's just doing everything he can to just dodge these things, these beings,
Ghosts, some might say.
as he runs full sprint down the hallway.
Beautiful. And you find your way to one of the staircases that just coils up.
Okay. Nark's gonna stop by the staircase and look behind him. Are they following him?
Yeah, they are following Nork, but super slowly.
Okay, and the staircase, from what I can see of it, looks pretty clear, right?
Yeah, it actually has more of those lanterns that are just lighting up as you're going by them.
Okay, well, Nark's gonna just start running up the staircase.
It's like a continuous spiral staircase as you keep going up the levels.
Mm-hmm.
Do you continue or do you stop at some point?
Should I roll a survival to see if I have any idea where I started from?
You can roll a survival, or you can just roll an athletics to see if you can't just keep going.
All right, I'll roll an athletics.
Run, Forrest.
Ooh, yeah, 10's pretty average.
Yeah.
Give me a 2d6 roll. Okay, 10. You make it up 10 flights.
All right.
Like, continuously.
And after 10 flights of running, Mark's he's getting pretty sluggish on that last 10th flight up that he went, and he's gonna come to the landing of it, and up to that floor, And he's gonna step out of the stairwell, hands on his knees, heaving with breath and just trying to let his muscles catch up to what he just put him through.
And you see off in the distance torchlight and 4 figures. 4 very solid, non-ghosty looking figures.
And Norik's gonna stare in that direction for a moment. And he's gonna shout just at the top of his lungs, "Who are you?"
They all look your direction. And one of them just waves their arms very enthusiastically. And by the movements, you can tell that's Gavin, but he's not talking.
And Norik's gonna get a sense of relief.
Wait,
He's
who's
gonna
the 4th
stumble
one?
forward, still heaving with breath. It's the 2 NPCs and you and Gavin.
Yep.
Oh,
And
wait, I stabbed someone. I'm over there.
Just a second, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
Everybody starts running to you, except Rand seems to just disappear in the darkness.
Whoa.
But-
And Norik doesn't really notice it too much as he's kind of head down, just peeking up here and there, slumping his way towards the others in exhaustion.
And everybody, except for Rand, actually comes to you. Aaliyah looks at you and checks you. Her hands are very tender. She's being very careful. And she looks into your eyes directly. Are you okay?
And Norik's just gonna stare directly back, still heaving with catching his breath. And he's just gonna stare and just not say anything.
You can tell Gavin has a bit of concerned face, and the wheels are turning within his head, as if he's noticing there's something wrong too. And very slowly, he opens his mouth and closes it again. Opens his mouth one more time, closes it again. Then finally says, "Where's Rain?"
And Norik's gonna look around, just kind of in a dazed state, just glance around. And then he's just gonna slump his head down and take a seat right on the floor.
Yeah, and the 2 women, especially the tiefling starts looking around a little frantically. And Aaliyah is more concerned about you and your well-being. And Gavin gets down really close to you and just says, "I think she cursed me. Watch out."
And these words just kind of glance over Norik's head.
Stay tuned for the next part of this episode. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.